7:48. Here he is, right on time. G. Scott from the KIRO Newsradio Show. You posted a video of a Rhode Island City Council member, Matthew Riley, who ended up under arrest because he was found passed out in his car with a crack pipe in his hand. Should we play this body cam video here?
Please do.
I was just on my way back from court.
Well, arrest is going to come check you out, man. I can't let you go. You were literally choking in your sleep. Somebody flagged me down about it.
Oh, I have sleep apnea. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you have a crack pipe in your hand, so it's like...
Wait, sorry.
Listen, I have a body camera. Obviously, everything I have is recorded. You know that, and what I've observed is on camera, so I can't pretend I didn't.
So I guess it shows that the drug crisis is not just affecting the down and out among us, huh?
You're right. It's not. And I took to social media, and what I said is real simple. Until we are all ready to tell the truth about drugs in this country, that is the only time we're going to have progress. And for some reason, I don't know why, but when we're talking about our drug problem, we're usually talking about the drugs that we see. Yes. Right? And that's who we're talking about, because as long as we don't see it, then there's no problem. But the problem is that there are a lot of people with drug addiction in this country. I want to go back to 1972, if you will. In the United States of America, there was 6,600 overdose deaths in the country. It got better. In 1980, there was 2,500. In 2021, there were over 100,000.
100,000.
Right now, where we're on pace for close to 200,000, because this fentanyl stuff is crazy. I am bringing that up because there was a war on drugs for 50 plus years. In that war, $1 trillion was spent. $56 billion a year was spent. So the question would be, why are we worse today than we ever were? I'll answer that.
Yeah.
Because we declared war. War is hostile. So people with drug addictions that do drugs were basically told, which, by the way, just because you have a drug addiction doesn't mean you don't have loved ones, doesn't mean you don't have people that love you. We declared war on that. That's why we're in this problem that we have today, the education that behind it. So when we have politicians like that, I feel sorry for that man. So some people will say, oh, he's a politician, he should know better. That's the thing. Yeah. It crosses all lines. Until we are ready to tell the truth about this problem, we will continue to lose this battle. Because this whole just say no stuff, it's not working.
So what's the truth? And should we have declared rehab instead of declaring war? I mean, what should we have done instead?
Yes. All these years,
because that money would have bought a lot of rehab.
$1 trillion, and we have the lack of treatment centers in this country here locally.
I wish we could declare a war on shame. I wish we could declare a war on the stigma, because until we get rid of the stigma associated with addiction, which leads to shame, we aren't going to be able to tell the truth. That's why you see videos like this. He hid his addiction, and I'd love to see his voting record on how he voted for his constituency when it comes to rehab and mental health and drug addiction services. Because when you feel shame, you hide the truth. And the truth is what's going to set this nation free about the drug addiction.
Okay, but now he's been caught by the cops. Don't you think his life changes now? Because now he's been forced, because of the law that got him arrested, to tell the truth. In fact, we all know it, even though we don't live anywhere near him. He's got to change his life now if he wants to continue, doesn't he?
I'm not trying to be funny, but sometimes, I'm serious, I'm not trying to be funny, but sometimes at night, I get a sweet tooth. And Dave, if you catch me eating sugar at 9 o'clock at night, it probably won't change my life, because a week later, I'm going to be back in that kitchen on that sugar. Because why? I have a sugar addiction.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be funny.
Well, admitting it is the first step to
Yeah,
recovery.
I mean, that's
right? And so
Reduce the
with this
shame.
guy, he is probably going to try to fast track because he wants to make sure he keeps his job and keeps the voting record going and all those things. So you have a lot of people in these positions that care more about the vote than the addiction.
well, I hope he gets help.
Yeah, I hope so
Me too.
That's
Me
really
too.
sad.
7:54.